All right, GolfCask members, here we are at Filibuster in Moraytown, Virginia. We have Sid, owner, distiller, bartender, man of many hats, joining us, and he's actually going to give us an exclusive tasting of their new lineup coming up, the Worlds of Whiskey.
Yeah, we couldn't call it a World Series because our lawyer pointed out that you will get
Major League Baseball was going to come after you. That's very
the Major
fair.
League Baseball will come in.
That's actually pretty flattering if they come
No,
after you.
he said they would have no way to come out, but why do you want to take a chance? And why do you want me to make you more money?
That's right.
So just call it something else. So we came up with a charred series. We named
charred
it in a
series.
charred series because that's more appropriate because we are charring. You saw that some of the chars which are right there. So when we say char, like what does exactly mean, right? So barrels have been millions of years ago, they've been all charring it. So what exactly we do in char, we take spice.
Okay.
Yeah, like let's take an example of Agni. So in Agni, it's an Indian, we named, which is more appropriate to each country.
Gotcha.
So like Agni means fire, and fire is in India, not that fire, that's this fire.
Yes.
So we got that fire. In this one, we used cloves,
All right.
and we charred cloves as you charred the barrel. But there was no mechanism or there was no science behind it. When to char, how to char, what's the char percentage. Randomly, house full of spice goes in the barrel.
So you're literally just lighting the barrel on fire and throwing
Absolutely.
the spice in? Or
Yes.
lighting the spice on fire? And...
Spice, other way around.
Okay.
So the way we had to light it, we took a neutral grain spirit.
Okay.
Because that's 190.
Yeah.
Couldn't think out something else.
Yeah, yeah.
So the easiest and the most appropriate thing was neutral grain spirit at 190. It will catch fire.
Oh, yeah.
Throw the spice, throw the neutral grain spirit in, and that's it. Let it run for 20 minutes and then trying to figure out what we were doing. All right, we need a head to close it.
So then, why 20 minutes? Is that, is that,
I
is
think,
that
no,
just,
20 minutes was too much. I think so it was like 7, 8,
That's what I was
9
going to ask.
minutes.
So does it get to a point where you get too much burn flavor and not enough spice flavor? Is that what happens?
The only thing we were, because it was on light on fire, so it was just like, can we see the spice? As the spice was disappearing, we would close it. And we didn't have equipments enough because now we know what next time, in case if hopefully this goes well, because this is more dear to heart, because this is like something I'm doing completely unique in itself.
Gotcha.
It's just not barreling, aging, mashing. So there is a science behind which I did on my own. It is not, nobody has done it since, or the amount of research I have done it, there is nobody who I see that has done it.
Gotcha.
So so sometimes when you do things like this, they get dear to your heart.
Yeah.
You want them, everything you want to do well.
Yeah.
But anything which you completely do it yourself, like obviously fermentation has been going centuries. Distillation, either way, now the technology is different. It's a different way of doing it.
Yeah.
You will do majority of things, but end of the day, it's a grain, but this char, maybe you're infusing the spice. You're not adding the spice, you can take a spice and put it on, that's a different thing. But charring is kind of unique in itself.
Yeah. So before we go into this great tasting, give us a little background about Filibuster, how it started, and your journey into making spirits.
Wow, what a good question.
It's a good one.
So Filibuster started off as an experiment in the barrel.
Okay.
Right? It was family in the store, had nothing to do one day, try to do what we can. So I'll take a one step ahead. So I'm a computer graduate.
Okay.
Never got a job. Came into the country, was looking for a proper job because I need to feed the family, had a wife with me.
How they demand that.
Yeah, somehow it just comes naturally.
That's right.
Now,
Food,
now
necessities.
food comes, now this comes, and now so many other things has to come, right? So it started working in a liquor store.
Yeah.
Great guys helped me, not helped me actually, I helped them, but they helped me in learning. There are some stores who would not tell you anything about it, like you're just a shelfer.
Right.
Like if you are going picking up a bottle, oh, just put it over there. It was not like that, like I had no idea, honestly. I started drinking very late in my life, but and to me it was like vodka was white, whiskey was brown, rum was brown. Doesn't know rum, whiskey. They were all one category.
Yeah.
Like start from brown means bourbon, whiskey, gin, whatever. No, gin was not sorry. Gin is white.
Yeah.
So they were all white was vodka and brown was all everything was same.
Yeah.
So fast forward, with the help of family, my dad who's been very supportive, my brothers, my wife. So we bought a liquor store.
Yeah.
And when we bought the liquor store, it started doing very well. That was a depressed liquor store. We turned around real, and you know, when your stars are right and when things wants to go right, it just happens that everything is at the same place. So that went very well. Used to go in the early. My wife was super supportive. You know, like I would not come on the weekends, work there, shelf in the night. She would all, all right, that's fine. Don't worry about it. Just take care of it. Just everything just kept went. And then our store was doing well, so that we got an opportunity to pick up a Four Roses single barrel at that time. Didn't know.
Yeah.
They told me, you know, you want to pick up a barrel? It didn't know. To be honest, really didn't know that what single barrel. How would that work? So went there. Jim Ruttlberg, the great from Four Roses, the master distiller. I think so. He's a Hall of Famer as well. So he laid out 5 barrels. He said, "Now, do you want to pick a barrel out of 5? Give me whiskey thief." So you know, like a kid in a candy store, give you something, and then you like, oh, wow, this is a toy, like this. And how would it come out? Not even did realize that.
I was gonna say, did you squirt somebody when you did it?
Yeah,
first?
like I'll just put it, and then somebody is going to put something, and no. He said, picked it out, put it in a glass, and tried a bourbon. First time from the barrel, it tasted very good. I said, wow, you know, like it just at that time it just figured out, you know, wow, like you know, like I did what, and then still in the store, then working, still learning from other people. At that time, we decided that, you know, this is our passion. This is what we can do well to service our customer audience, because our store built up this high-end whiskey clientele, which people kind of started appreciating, because there was some class in some bottles. We were just not a Jim Beam store, we were just not a regular product store. There was something, a little X factor coming in the store. Maybe we'll find a unique bottle of something which we will taste it. So that's how it built up.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's how you have to do it in the liquor stores, man. It's funny in the AB. I don't. Were you Virginia ABC when you were up there?
Yeah, Virginia ABC.
Yeah.
But I always worked in DC.
Yeah. Okay.
So DC's private, right?
Yeah, DC's private.
But it's funny how different ABC stores, even locally within a 15-mile radius, can be in terms of what they choose to stock and not stock. And what one may focus on whiskey, one may focus on something else. They have that freedom to do that, right, within Virginia ABC, and so it can be very different stores.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, one of the stores I go to has a massive Scotch section, and another one I go to is very, very tiny. So I think whoever manages the store can actually they can only access Virginia ABC.
Right.
Yeah, a lot of people do not know that it depends on store to store as well. Though they look like a Xerox to each other,
right?
But there is always that extra element which a manager has to take one extra step to do it. Or a customer can ask a manager to bring a X bottle, and 90% times it gets delivered.
That's cool. So make sure you ask at Filibuster if you're in what states are you in inside Virginia? Any other states?
Well, 13 states now at the moment.
Nice.
Starting from Virginia. All right, so it starts from New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, Massachusetts, Delaware, New York, I already did that. Delaware, Virginia, Alabama.
Wow.
And then we go up to Minnesota.
Okay.
Tennessee.
And
Alabama. Tennessee and Atlanta, Georgia.
Tennessee let you in. That was nice.
Interesting.
Yeah, Tennessee is a very funny and interesting market. Every time you go in there, Jack Daniel is the only product.
Maybe George Dickelson in the corner, but other than
Yeah,
that,
like
they're
good to
very,
be the king.
they're very proud of
good to be
their
the king.
Tennessee whiskeys.
they're very proud of them. Which is nothing wrong with it.
No.
I think so. They have to be like Kentucki's are very proud of that.
Yeah.
And it should be because that's been a bread and butter for that state. They paid millions of taxes.
Millions.
Billions, probably not even millions. I would say billions of taxes. So it just completely makes sense.
All right, so you started making, or you had a liquor store. Then we started making alcohol. That most liquor store owners don't go into distilling. How did that happen?
Piece of rice don't go into distilling.
Yes.
No, not kidding. Just flex your muscles. You do never know what you can do and where you can. So once this happened, then we became what you call it now the NDP. So we became an NDP in 2013.
Okay.
At that time, market was open, right? You could go to MGP and demand a barrel. You need 10 years old barrel.
Yeah.
And they will say, yeah, we have it.
Not,
There will be. You just have to have a right person. Perry Ford was my direct contact.
Okay.
MGP. So I was see when the things happen, then you just find the right people.
Yeah.
So we found the right person. Then there are so many brokers in between, which when I was buying it, and I found all these brokers who were charging 40%, 50% extra because they were buying from MGP. At that time, Bardstown was not there. All the other distilleries didn't exist.
Yeah.
So if you have to have a juice, unless and until you are from Kentucky and you know the master distillers of certain distillery, there was nobody. Like you couldn't find a barrel. Either you go and find a barrel from MGP, or MGP would have all these brokers and agents who would probably pre-book the barrels, and they were selling it arm and leg. Like, and to make money out of that business was unimaginable because they were charging so much. And a couple of times I did a math. Like, this is the same amount of money I do it while I'm at the store.
Yeah.
Right?
It's much easier.
Margin is this. So why I'm doing all this? Because the brokers have done this calculation.
Sure.
Each barrel, number of cases, multiply by this. So it will sell at this price. I can only give them a margin this and this. But so that's why I said there is a correction going on, which is fantastic now that the prices, the middlemans are losing the money because consumer has not stopped drinking, right? Obviously, they have been selective now. They want quality, they want quantity, and they want a right price, right? Like which I'm a manufacturer here, but I'm a consumer every day.
Yep.
Right? When I go to buy something, I look at this brand is $16 and this brand is $15. Why would I be paying $16 for a brand? I want to pay $15. So the same thing, when we started off, went to MGP, bought the barrels, and but I had this unique idea at that time that I want to finish up in a Chardonnay barrel. So dual cask French oak barrel is that, and my simple, I'm not a rocket scientist, I am not one of the PhD guys who would understand the molecules and this and that. I have no idea, man. I just know if you put something bubbles, it's good. When the yeast is bubbling, means it's good.
It means there's something.
It is something is happening.
Alcohol's coming.
Alcohol will come now. Don't worry about it. If it's 180 and 190, I know when it's simple math. I do it that if it's a juice, if it's boiling right, and it's alcohol is getting vapor, so it means it's good.
It's good.
Now I don't want to care all that nuances, picking, you're 16, 40, that I'm on. I'll be later. It goes into the barrel and all that. So got into the MGP, and I wanted to pick up a unique character with Chardonnay, because I used to love Chardonnay.
Yeah.
My go-to was oaky buttery Chardonnay.
Okay.
At that time. So I wanted to pick up that nuances of that malolactation from a barrel, which actually happens from malolactation. Got that, put it into a Chardonnay oak barrel. Came out beautifully. It was a very crowd pleaser, and we successfully did that. It went well. It was doing very well, you know. So it went very well, and I said, like, yeah, we did that since 2013, 2016. That's what we did, you know. In 2013, we bought this warehouse after a few batches of, because at that time we had distribution of New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, DC, Maryland, 2 big distributors we got in. There was not too many bourbon there because we had a relationship from the store.
Yeah.
They liked us, we liked them. I knew them from a store. They liked the story. They liked you trying to do something different. And they asked me, what is future? I do not know. I mean, literally they said, which path, what's the future? I said, I do not know. I have this bottle, and the bottle also have a Scotch tape on it. Not even proper label.
Character.
I was about to say, the state doesn't like that.
Yeah, you're talking about future. I do not know tomorrow. How would I bottle it? Where do I money come from? And you're talking about future. I said, all righty. It's kind enough, very beautiful people, you know. I mean, still in the industry. I met one of the friends today, Paul, who's now heading Johnson Brothers.
Okay.
In Virginia.
Oh, nice.
So great friend. So we started working with Johnson's Brothers.
I see that.
Paul, I took your name.
There you go.
So that happened. That went very well, and then again the same thing. Like, now what? What's next? You know, store is doing well, blending we did well. Now what
Natural
next?
progression.
What's next?
Yeah.
Then this is next.
24
feet.
foot column still.
24.
I'll make sure I get a good
22-foot ceiling.
No, 20 feet.
20 foot.
All the engineers were figuring out how to fix 20 into 24.
That's right. You gotta love the engineer. Where's the project manager going? Hey, wait.
And I'm 100% sure that when it started, we had no clue when it was about to, when we had scissor lift and all the lifts, it was about to, probably we were, it's just then figure out, oh shit, this is 20, this is a bigger column, then it won't fit.
So you had to cut a hole in the roof?
Yeah. I shout out to our county. They were very supportive. I don't remember now. I don't remember what happened yesterday. So I'm
That's
talking
fair.
about 5-6 years ago. That how long it took. I think so. It didn't took even 1 or 2 days to. They approved us.
That's one of those days that didn't feel good then, but it's funny now. It was funny then?
It was funny then as well.
Good.
I said
Nice. That says a lot about it too, yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, I don't.
Fix.
I try to take life very easy. That's a problem, and I get into problems. And sometimes I just not, when some things are in my control, I don't get stressed.
Yeah.
I know that sales are not good. That's okay. I know how to figure it out. I can go to the accounts. I know how to pick up a bag. I'm not worried about it. I am not worried about sales. I'm not worried, but I'm always worried about those X factors. I only have one, and I need 51. So it will take time. I know I will have 51 one day. It's absolutely no problem. But that time, I need to build that little time that I will get that. So I'm a go-getter for everything. Yeah. Without any experience, without any science degree, with my brothers, my wife, my mom, everybody just, and they all, they're always like, oh, go, we'll do it. Don't worry about it. We'll figure it out. You do.
Great.
So I have such a good support system in my family, from my brother, my father, my brother, my mom, my wife, even my kids now. Dad,
it's all good. It'll work out.
We'll work it out. Like in the morning when I sometimes leaves without a breakfast, making a breakfast for them, they make their own breakfast nowadays. Like they're 15, 16.
They're getting the right age.
And then they will do that. So, but my focus has always been work. You know, like I'm a very work-centric.
Sure.
Either I do it or not, that's a different thing.
Fair enough.
But I'm thinking about work all day long. Do I get something done? I do not know. I have done it. I do not know. But I think work 24/7.
There you go. There you go.
I'm a perfect boondoggler.
There you go.
AKA one of the whiskey lines.
Yes, I'm always busy, but
But what do I
what is getting
accomplish?
done, I do not know.
Jack of all trades, master of none.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's awesome. So I think what's exciting here is Sid's going to take us through the new tasting, but we're going to start with the distillant, the moonshine, and then we're going to go into your base spirit, and then we're going to take a little trip around the world, which is going to be kind of fun.
Yes, sir. So, as you all know, Filibuster is a DC based company, and we do all the distilling on site, 100% from grain to glass. Proud to be that. Another cool little small story. So when I was in New York, one of my distributors said, brick-and-mortar. That stuck in my head. Now I use that word everywhere. I'm a brick-and-mortar distillery. You are? So because at that time, there was so much of, no disrespect to all the people who on the YouTube and everything.
Sure.
But when in 2014, 15, like that when we were starting up, they were all bashing about this non-distiller, like, oh, they buy the juice, what's so good about it? And now those people are doing the same thing. Like now, what happened?
Yeah.
Right?
Craftsmanship left.
Now,
and they're just,
now craftsmanship is done. Like what? Why?
Yeah.
I respect at that time also somebody who is blending. I respect him even more. But I just feel like why? Like why you always like to target certain type, but when you do something is right, and when somebody else is doing, no, like just be open, and it is very fair. I think so. A little edge to be given to people who are doing their own distilling on site, like just a 1% extra. So as a consumer, when you go buy, 99% you should look at it, your money, your taste. But keep that 1% extra, that if the taste is not as good as him, it's still okay. It's just a 1%, not 99%.
Yeah.
99% is about you, your money, about your...
It's a level of commitment, right? It's a level of investment and commitment to go from blending to putting the brick and mortar and buying the 24-foot still for the 20-foot building.
You got that right.
I would have done the same thing, to be honest. I don't sweat the small stuff. I see big picture. I just see still sitting in my thing. 4 feet, we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah. Now,
That's the whole nature of whiskey, though, right? I mean, we're supposed to sit and crack a bottle, slow down, sip through it. I mean, it's just supposed to chill us out a little bit, right?
Whiskey.
That's what it's supposed to do. So that's exactly what you're describing. Is your attitude.
Whiskey exactly does chill you out.
Yeah,
Like,
chill.
when you in middle of a night, not middle of a night, before the night.
When you're 18,
Or in the middle of the night.
or a very young 21, it's not about that. But when you age a little bit, you start to figure that out. Slow the hell down. Taste it. Experience it.
Yeah.
Don't just blast through it.
Yeah.
Yeah?